Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV. What a game! City have just beaten Everton by 3-1 at Goodison Park. And I tell you what, guys, that was a blooming tough old game. You knew Everton were going to be physical. And as usual, they were Sean Dyche's team. Everton, it's going to be physical. I think they're a bit over physical. But you got to you got to cope with that. You got to deal with it and move on. City have won by 3-1. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy losing 1-0 at half time. We had a usual problem, and it's so frustrating. It's so annoying. Hi, Bill ABC TV. Hope you well, buddy. Happy New Year to you as well when it comes round. So annoying that we create a few chances and we're not sticking them away. That was really, as I said, it frustrates me. I've been saying it all season. We had a couple of good chances in the first half. We should have put one of them away, really. Nunes had, I think, a great opportunity, which he should have scored from, or at least done a lot better. He didn't make Pickford do much to save that. And we do some sloppiness. Sloppiness that's all City are about at the moment, is sloppiness. Sometimes second to the ball, casual passes, really was. I don't know what they're thinking about at times. And Rodri for their goal, I don't know what he's doing in the box. Yeah, he's complaining he's got foul. What are you doing passing the ball like that in the box? Absolutely crazy. I'm just going to pull my notes up, guys, and I'll go through the game. Hi, Chris. Hope you're well, buddy. I'll go through the game and do it chronologically. I haven't done that for ages, but City were on top early on. First 5 minutes, well on top. Obviously, you'd expect that. You expect City to have a lot of control. Everton, for large parts of that game, they were just back to the wall. They didn't have much possession and not very much quality possession for large parts. But after 4 minutes, great crossfield ball from Walker from the right back, basically, all the way to the left for Grealish. He controlled it well. We got into the box, ended up with an Alvarez shot. We were cooking. It looked like we meant business. And I think for the first 10, 15 minutes or so, we were controlling that game well on top. A lot of possession, a lot of passes. It still frustrates me. It still frustrates me with this tippy-tappy football, all these passes, because yes, you're looking for that opening, but you're not doing anything while you're looking for the opening. You're looking for that mistake from your opposition. But I'd like you to force them to make a mistake or do some brilliant play that they can't cope with, rather than just waiting for them not to follow a man. I mean, having said that, most of the time it works. So you just suck it up and accept it. But the City fans, Club World champions, were in very, very good heart, good voice early on in that game. Grealish, as I said, he was hugging that touchline. I think we needed to pass the ball to him a lot more. But the problem with Grealish is far too often he slows the game down. And I'm annoyed by this. I've been annoyed all season and last season. He slows towards the end anyway. He slows the game down far too much. He can't take his man on. We saw that when he tried to take somebody on for pace. Couldn't do it. And he's always cutting inside. Hey, Akash, hope you're well. Don't know when the boys are back. Don't know. Doku's not. I've not even seen Doku. That's the worrying thing. I've not even seen Doku when they went over to Saudi Arabia. I didn't watch much, but I saw, Haaland kicking the ball about. I saw KDB, right? He was just, mainly just strolling around. But I never saw Doku, so I'm worried about Doku. No idea how long he's going to be out. It is a concern when you see this performance like this. Oh, look, second half we were very, very good most of the time, but we still give up too much. 12 minutes, Foden on the right. He won the ball, but he ended up with a poor shot. But Foden was, second half, he was awesome. He was like the Foden of old. 14 minutes, Bernardo passed to Nunes, as I said, a poor shot from Nunes. Rebound Suarez, who's shot his save, I think, by Pickford. And I think my note says, in capital letters, Nunes has to score. Has to be doing much better with his shot. I don't think he had a great game. For me, I didn't notice him enough in that game. He didn't dictate enough. He didn't do enough for me. I've got to say up front, I should have said this earlier, no Diaz in the squad. He was ill. Obviously, no Haaland, no Doku, no KDB. And I looked at that bench, And the only senior player really was Gvardiol, Lewis, Ortega Moreno. You had Phillips there. You had, was it Hamilton there? Sissoko there. You had another one of the kids, Gomez. There was no real senior quality in my book on that pitch, on the bench, and I was really, really concerned. But anyway, let's keep going. 23 minutes, City pressure. Grealish, he toe pokes it. Everton do get lucky. Ball comes out, but then Walker tries to cross it. Walker shooting and crossing is. I don't know why he does it. Because he can't hit a bad ball with the banjo when he shoots, and his crossing is terrible. But Everton, I was looking at Everton, and I thought Everton really only had effort. That's all they had. Really, they were poor in terms of quality, very little quality. This just had effort. But against this City team at the moment, this City side, sometimes effort is all you need, because you just got to stick in that game. City will give you chances. We see it time and time again. And we'll create chances and keep wasting them. Anyway, 26 minutes, a good move, Grealish to Foden to Bernardo, but terrible shot from Bernardo Silva. Right, 28 minutes. I don't know what we were doing. It was shocking. Keystone Cops. If you don't know who the Keystone Cops are, go on to YouTube, look at some Keystone Cops, because it was Keystone Cops defending. When you're under pressure, there was Bernardo Silva keeping the ball in. I think did he head it back in? And we had no players there. You give it to an Everton player and just let it go out. Let them have a throw in near the halfway line. No pressure for us. But, the ball gets knocked into the box. Rodri gets it. And then he tries passing it in the box. Or what? Come on. Give my heart a chance and boot that ball clear. Why are you messing around in the box when you've got 3 or 4 players around you? I don't understand it. He ended up... Look, he said he was fouled. Ref didn't give it. Ball comes in, and Harrison, our old boy, was it O'Neill put the ball in? I think Harrison, our old boy, puts a nice, crisp finish away. But I think we could have done better. We should have been better. I can't remember who was coming back with him, and just let him go. Why the hell do you let him go? He's in a dangerous position. Crazy defending, crazy, time and time again. Yep, that was terrible. Anyway, keep going through. 31 minutes, Grealish to Rodri on the edge of the box, but another horrible shot. 32 minutes, we had a corner. Shot from they had a corner, sorry. Shot from Harrison. It came out to Harrison. He had a shot curling in, I think, and Ederson got a really decent save, I think, just to tip it away. And then on 35 minutes, it's something that bugs everybody. Okay, the ball is played through by Everton. And the fella's offside, but the linesman doesn't put his flag up. And the fella's going through. John Stones comes in. There's a tangle. John Stones does really well to, prevent the guy from having a proper shot. But it was offside, and John Stones gets injured, and he's on the floor for a minute. Then he went off. He had a little bit of treatment. He came back on. I don't understand that as well. So John Stones has got injured by the other player on an offside. Why do you make John Stones go off? He's not wasting time. Why do you make him go off? In those situations, I'd like the referee to have use his intelligence, use common sense, have that subjectivity to decide whether the player's wasting time. If he's wasting time, yes, they keep them off for us at 30 seconds. But that would just seem so unfair that it was offside and he got injured because of somebody else. I just don't think that's right. But anyway, Stones came on. He stayed on a couple of minutes. He looked uncomfortable, a lot of discomfort, hobbling around, and he had to come off. And with all the injuries we've got at the moment, some clubs might have got a lot more, and they might have a go at us for this. But with all the injuries we've got at the moment, KDB, Haaland, Diaz, and Doku, they're 4 first teamers. And Stones as well. That's 5 first team players. Anyway, Gvardiol comes on. He goes at left back. I hate Gvardiol at left back because Aki's so much better. Aki gets put into the middle, centre back. Gvardiol goes on the left. As I said, I don't like that. Pep's persisting, and he's not going to change. So yes, Nunes. My notes say Nunes didn't do much for me in the first half. Didn't do anything in the second half. City, as I said, poor again. We didn't take our chances. Lead teams in the game, And it's been happening all season. Forward for them, Beto, he's been fouling Akanji like anything. Akanji's, it's a bit of both. But there were times when the ref, I mean, he had Akanji's shirt. At one point, he pulled his shorts down, I think, and the ref gave a free kick to the Everton players, backing into him. A couple of times Akanji had his hands on him. Yes, that's a foul. But when the guy's backing into you and knocks you over and then falls down and the ref gives it again to you, you're going to be frustrated. Anyway, but you've got to do better. You've got to do better in those situations. You've got to deal with it. If the ref's not giving you a free kick, you've got to make sure you stay on your feet. Don't let him out-muscle you. But he was out-muscling him. And, Akanji was really pleased in the second half when he went off, because he was a big, big threat in terms of his physical prowess, his size, and his bumping Akanji around. And he was all hands on all over Akanji. I'm going to say a rude joke there, but let's keep it clean. Anyway, second half, City come out. We do look a little bit better. We do look better. And on 52 minutes, a magic goal from Foden. It really was. We did knock it around the outside of the box. I think it started off as a corner. We were knocking it around from one side to the other. Come to Foden, and he must have been 25 yards out. He leathers it at the near post. Catches Jordan Pickford out. He was going the other way, trying to see where the ball was, because he didn't get a clear sight. And by the time he moves, bang, the ball's in the back of the net. It's a classic Foden goal from a corner. We used to do this, knock the ball out to Foden on the edge of the box, and he rifles it home at the near post. And after that, City well on top, creating a lot of stuff. Everton was struggling. You felt that second goal was going to come. As I said, going through my notes, 58 minutes, Grealish tried to take somebody on the outside, which he doesn't like. He likes coming on the inside and then passing the ball or getting fouled. He tried to take it from the outside. He got done for pace, and that was pretty embarrassing. Anyway, 61 minutes. There's that handball, penalty. I think it was Akish tried to have a swivel shot in the box. I think it was probably from another corner as well. And I was unlucky on the fella. He was not too far away, but his hand's up there. It's a penalty. I'm trying to work out who's going to take the penalty. Obviously, no Haaland, no Gundogan, no Mahrez, all your usual penalty takers. No Phillips. And then it's Alvarez, so he steps up. Jordan Pickford, time wasting, trying to put him off. Alvarez, he's trying to do him with the eyes, send him one way. And Jordan Pickford went diving. Alvarez hit it straight down the middle. Very lucky, I thought. Pickford had saved that. He hit his legs and it still went into the net. So City winning 2-1. Very, very lucky. But overall, on the balance of play, I think City deserved it. On 74 minutes, some more messing about from City out wide. I think was it Harrison put the ball in, and Calvert-Lewin, who was on the pitch now, he put it wide. I thought that. City was screaming for an offside, and I thought that he was going to score there, but he somehow put it wide. City very, very, very lucky. In my notes, as usual, Everton overly physical, but you've got to deal with it. Anyway, 78 minutes, another. There's a few of these. A poor pass out from Edison. I just don't understand it when you're under pressure. Why are you doing these? There's one in the first half. Nobody could believe that we got away with it. And I think the defender, or Rodri, whoever it was, that he passed it to under tremendous pressure, wasn't happy about it. Sometimes I think, well, you've got 10 minutes to go. Why are you tippy-tapping it around? When we're under pressure. It really is another thing that frustrates me. Anyway, 86 minutes, Bernardo scores an absolutely peach of a goal. Fantastic goal. It comes from a Jordan Pickford pass out. I think, was it Alvarez putting him under pressure? Jordan Pickford passes it out to Branthwaite, who doesn't control it well, doesn't probably expect it. He's expecting Jordan Pickford to launch it. It's 86 minutes. You're under pressure. You're losing 2-1. You want to get that ball up the pitch. But anyway, he doesn't control it. And Bernardo picks it up. And from outside the box, he chips it over Jordan Pickford, who was miles out of his net. He was down on the left-hand side. So great goal from Bernardo. 3 points. We're pretty much safe at that point. We still had time for Foden to hit the woodwork in injury time after good work from Alvarez. And after 93 minutes, Foden, great turn on the half turn. He takes that ball, leaves his man for dead. Great run. And from miles out as a shot. When he hit it, I thought he might be going over Pickford, because Pickford was quite a way out of his goal. But it came down too soon. That would have been, honestly, guys, that would have been one of the goals of the season if Foden had scored that. But anyway, I'm going to go through your points and then I'll try and answer stuff as we go. Chris says lots of people, including himself, had questions on how City will play after traveling back to Saturday. Yeah, look, it's only a few days ago that we know we were world champions, and the games are going to come thick and fast. We got a game on Saturday. We played Wednesday evening. We got a game on Saturday. I think it's at 3:00. MCFC says Nunes has to improve. Yeah, I think he's had some good games. But he couldn't cope with this game. I don't know why he wasn't in the game, even though we had a lot of the ball. He wasn't in that game at all. Walker was going to take that free kick from out. It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Walker just does my nuts in. That was Rodri's worst game. Rodri, he's thrown a few stinkers in, mate. You know, it's a bit of a worry. He's thrown at least 3 or 4 stinkers in this season, which is not what you'd expect from Rodri. You know, plus his disciplinary record hasn't been good with that red card, missing 3 games, which we lost all 3 games. And another one where he got 2 yellows that ended up as a red. He missed 1 game. Guess what? We lost that one as well. So that's not good. And he got lucky with one where I think he should have picked up a yellow card, but he got lucky with 1 foul. Akashia's Akanji's poor pass, Bernardo's touch, and Rodri's poor pass led to the goal. Multitude of errors, unacceptable. Yeah, look, it was terrible. As you said, as I said, you know, it was a multitude of errors. We just kept compounding the errors by making a bigger error next time. It was just crazy. Sometimes it's just like, I want you just to get rid of that ball. It's a very soft challenge. Stonesy's just made it. Akash, look, it happens, man. Happens. It doesn't have to be. There were a lot of clattering challenges that, you know, people got up from. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see what's wrong with Stones. But it's easy to twist your ankle. It really is easy to twist your ankle. And it doesn't matter how strong you are. You know, you can twist your ankle and it happens. Alex says it was a needed win. Absolutely, mate. I've been predicting 3-1 for many, many games. I always say the opposition will score against City. Always say that. You know, we can also see from that Club World Championship, the quality of the opposition wasn't up to much. If they can't score past City, there can't be much. There can't be much competition. MCFC says looked better when Kovacic came on. Yeah, but I think weren't we winning by that stage? Ivan, how you doing, buddy? Too early to say we're back. We need at least 2 back-to-back. Oh yeah, look, we've got to beat Sheffield United at the weekend. It's going to be another tough game where they're going to play 5 or 6 at the back. You know, everybody's going to be behind that ball. They're going to be physical, overly physical. You better believe it. They're going to put the boot in on City, and we have to be better able to respond. We have to be able to be physical back. We did a little bit of physicality, you know, with a couple of rough challenges that we got away with. Yeah, look, referee weren't great. I thought it was pretty poor. MCFC says I watched the game on beIN Sports, so anti-City. I watched it on Prime. It wasn't too bad, I don't think. Zohaib, hi, how you doing, Zohaib? Salam to you, buddy. Important win, absolutely. Look, it was a must-win. It is at the moment everything. It feels like it's a must-win. These are must-win games. We have no choice because, you know, we're still behind. We're still behind. I mean, we're not far ahead of Manchester United. All right, we've got a game in hand, but we're only 6 points ahead of Manchester United. That's how embarrassing we've been at times this season. But look at all those games, you know, where we were up several times. We should not be letting 3 goals in against Spurs. We should not be letting 4 goals in against Chelsea, and both of those teams equalised late on. Chelsea was definitely in injury time, that penalty for Cole Palmer. We shouldn't be losing a 2-goal lead against Crystal Palace. And those are 6 points we should have won. I don't care about any of the others. The loss to Arsenal was late. The draw with Liverpool, yeah, we had enough chances, I think. Those 6 points would have put us comfortably clear. We'd be 3 points clear. We'd be 3 points clear. We'd be lauding it. Anyway, it was, it's an important win. MCFC says still unbeaten without Haaland. John Stone's twisted tongue. Yeah, that's what it looked like. You can't blame, you know, say he's made a crystal. He was unfortunate. He got, you know, lent on. We do lose with Haaland, don't we? Or we lost against Wolves, lost against Arsenal, lost against Villa. So Hib says, yes, struggle a lot against low block teams. Absolutely. Hey. Kexonian, how good is... he's a hard worker. He's a hard worker. And in this team, he gets the rewards for his hard work in this team. But it's been a long time. Go and have a check when his last league goal was. I mean, it's been that long that I dropped him from my fantasy team a few weeks ago. Partly because he was going to go to the Club World Championship, but partly because he wasn't scoring, wasn't doing anything. He was just a body you wanted people. Well, Watkins, I was going to say Watkins was doing the business. Now he's not scoring, but I've got who's that fella from Bournemouth? Forgot his name. I can picture him. He was the ex-Liverpool player. And he's been scoring the goals for me. So he's your man. He's your man at the moment. So I'm just trying to remember his name. He was at Liverpool. Come on, guys, help me out here. Solanke, that's it. Dominic Solanke. So he's been doing the business. So yeah, I dropped Julian Alvarez. I think he works hard. I think there's a comment earlier on, or comment on another thread talking about Gabriel Jesus, and I can't remember who it was now. He said he thinks he's better than Alvarez. Alvarez is only, 21, 22 years old. He's got, hopefully, the potential to get a lot better. But he works really, really hard. That's really important. Alex says, KDB, Doku, Haaland cannot wait. Absolutely. And Diaz back as well. I hope Stones isn't out for too long. Hope he's reasonably okay. But we'll wait and see. MCFC, lost a few with Haaland, but unbeaten without him. Haaland cannot be blamed for losses. I'll blame him. I'll blame him for taking... Last season, I said this. He was taking, on average, 3 chances to score 1 goal. This season, it's been 4. Early on in the season, I can't remember, after a couple of months, whatever, 3 months, he was taking 4 chances to score. Now, look at the difference that makes to games. You get early goals, you can run away from teams. You take your chances, okay, to get 2-0 up, 3-0 up. Teams don't usually come back. That Palace one was an aberration. And we're not getting ourselves 2 goals clear because we're not taking the chances. We could have 3 or 4 chances before we score. And it's like, hang on, if you could have scored 2 or 3 of them, yeah, game was over. So Haaland's got to score more goals. He's got to be more clinical. It's as simple as that. Beaten with that, Alan. Stop messing, guys. City 3 anti-football. Absolutely, Martin. Nice to have you on. Hey, guys, if you're anybody new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. Give us a thumbs up. Let's get the likes up to... it's nice to get 30 likes, guys. Don't know how many likes we've got, but it's nice to get up to 30. 50 likes would be great. Guys, stop arguing amongst yourselves. I'm not going to read these out if you're just going to argue amongst yourselves. Keck says we're making hard work. Oh, mate, it's been pretty much like this all season. You look back at games, look at how many goals we've conceded. It's been like this all season long. Akash says, I think 85 points will win the league this season. Yeah, I talked to Bernard last week and I said, I can't see us getting 90 points. We can still get 90 points, but I can't see it. We'd have to go on some phenomenal run for us to hit 90 points this season. And I just can't see it because we've got to go to places like Anfield. We've got to go to, we've got Arsenal to come to us. We've got Villa to come to us. We've got to go to White Hart Lane. You know, we've got some tough games to contend with. We're halfway through the season. We have got we've got a game in hand. We've got 37 points. Now, look, Arsenal, they're 3 points ahead of us. Villa, they're 2 points ahead, but we've got that game in hand. So Spurs are 1 point behind. It's very, very tight. United only 6 points behind. A team with a -4 goal difference are only 3 points behind us. It's ridiculous. But here's the thing. We win that game in hand, we'll be 2 points behind Liverpool. It's neck and neck. But for us to get 90 points this season, we need another 53 points from 21 games. Well, 21 games, you can only get 63 points. So, you know, if we get 90 points, I think we win the league. Yeah. Liverpool, they've got 19 games to go. Liverpool can still get to 99. But I think if we get 90 points, we win that league. But for us to get 53 points from where we are now, from 20 games, sorry. We've only got, I made a mistake. We've only got 20 games left now. So we can only get to 97. We ain't getting 90 points. There's no way in the next 20 games we only lose 7 points this season. So 85, I think we'll get to halfway with about 40 points. We're going to have to step it up in the second half of the season. Otherwise, we're done for. Haaland's not scored enough goals, mate. Alec, whatever you say, Haaland's not been clinical this season. He's missed too many good chances. Pep system always has the best technical players. Yeah, but sometimes I don't want technicians. I want guys who can lump it. Akash, guys, you need to get a room at MCFC and Alec Johnson. Get a room, guys. Congratulations on 17. Oh, cheers, guys. It's been really good. It's been really good since the summer. The funny thing is there's certain videos that do really well. Live streams haven't done well for a long time because I've not been doing them. When I was regular with the live streams, they would do quite well. The videos that do well are the videos that are on transfers. I've got 3 transfer videos out now, and they've done really, really well. I mean, I'll tell you what they've done. There's the one I've done on Claudio Echeverri, whatever his name is. That's done almost 4,000 views. That's a lot for this channel. It's very rare. I think the final of the Club World Cup got us 5,000, but that's a special game. And this one, the Palace one, got us 2.5. But yeah, it's generally going to be those transfer videos like that. As I said, the Echeverri one's got almost 4,000 views. I think the Finley Gorman one, that's got over 1,000 views. And I bet you most of you'd never heard of Finley Gorman until quite recently, if at all. But people like Transfer Talk. The one I've done on Savinho, that's got 750 views as of now. So people like that kind of video. Some of the videos on the previews that I do quite well, and some of the reviews. But I'm happy with it. I just need. Here's the thing. What I'd like is more comments. I want more comments and more likes. So if you guys are visiting and watching a video, please comment on the videos. I like that back and forth, guys. And I like the thumbs up. I like those likes. We've got 23 people watching right now. It should equate to, I don't know how many likes we've got at the moment. It should equate to loads of likes. But I've got no idea. Because I'm using StreamYard, so it's a streaming software. So you don't know how many likes you've got. I'm going to have a quick look, see if I can find out. See, I've got 20 live viewers right now, 20 likes. So come on, guys. There's 23 people watching right now. No, 20, it's down to 20. But I've got to get more than 20 likes. Begging for them, guys. Let's go through some more points. White Hart Lane is always a confirmed loss every time. 1-0 loss every single time. Come on, Alec. Give it a rest. Give it a rest, guys. Right. Proper point. Great challenge. It is a great challenge. It's the toughest challenge. I tell you what this season feels like. It really does feel like that first season under Pep, when Pep didn't know his best 11. We were dodgy all over the pitch at times. He was sorting it out. The next season, he came good. That's what I was talking to somebody about was it Dougie? I was talking to Dougie about Vincent Kompany, and he was asking if I've feared for Kompany after the last loss against Liverpool, and I said yeah, because I think Kompany is going to stick to his guns the same way Pep stuck to his guns in that first season, and we struggled to. We were lucky to finish in the top 4. If we're being honest about it. But the next season, we got it right. We were Centurions. Now, Vincent Kompany, his problem is he might not be in the division to get it right next season. The way they're going. Anyway. Guys, behave yourselves. So, everybody, you're a Man City fan. So here, we're a Man City fan TV in 2018. That's when we set it up. Around Easter 2018, man. That's... wow, 5.5 years ago, man. 5.5 years ago. Funny thing is that channel would have done really well. It would have been one of the biggest. It would have been one of the biggest regular content channels. There are some channels out there that have done really well. MCFC Lads have got about 250, 300,000 subscribers. But for the kind of stuff we were doing, you know, player interviews, ex-player interviews. It was really we couldn't get current players. I had a few youngsters who were ready to talk, and then the club said they couldn't talk. They couldn't do interviews. It was, you know, they were all kids as well. Anyway, but yeah, we were doing previews, we were doing reviews, we were doing videos, 1 or 2 videos a day. We were doing live streams. And all the fan reaction at games, as many games as I, basically, it's mostly me, as many games as I could go to. You know, we went to the home games and I went to a load of away games and got fan interviews with them. You know, we would have been definitely if you know, the way it was going, 7,000 or 8,000 subscribers in the first year, blooming marvelous. It would have been big. It was doing really well at the time. You know, I was asked to go on radio a few times, asked to go on the telly, went on Sky News. Actually, that was a bit too much for me. It was Sky News talking about when City had the CAS charge, not the CAS charge, but the UEFA charge against us on Valentine's Day a few years ago. Went on Robbie Lyle's TV show, a lot of stuff on radio, done the stuff on for the BBC. BBC were a bit, I'm going to say this out loud, BBC were a bit shitty with me because I'd done something on the radio for them, and you know, they'd asked me, I'd done it, and then I think they had 1 or 2 things, and then they asked me if I was going to go. They wanted somebody at the parade after the Champions League final, and they wanted somebody to do that. So they contacted me and I said, look, my mum died. My mum died the morning after the Champions League final, at whatever, 2 o'clock, 2:45 in the morning, between 2 and 3 in the morning, the day after the Champions League final. And I said to the guy, you know, I'm not going to be, you know, the happiest person. You know, you need to look elsewhere. And they said they'd come back to me. Never came back to me after that. I mean, I'm doing this stuff for free, BBC. I was doing it for free. There's no compunction on me to do it. And you know, I went into Manchester once to do an interview with them outside the Etihad. Was it hours and hours before a game? So you know, I'm going out of my way to do stuff for them, and they never came back to me after that. Never came back. They were, at that time, they were getting in touch. I did something else for I can't remember who it was. It was a video for Premier League Productions or something. And it came out after we'd won the league, and it's quite funny. So you're having a chat and whatever, and Pep's and the show, the whole thing afterwards, with you know, review of the season or whatever, and Pep's there watching fans talking about stuff, and he's watching me, and wow, you know, that's really good. Now Pep's forgotten, you know, it's like he's forgotten who that the kid was, Mika Hamilton, the other week. But anyway, hey Sean, how you doing, buddy? Lovely to see you, Sean. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year's, and all that. I'm not bothered, guys. If you're going to do that, I'm not going to. I'm going to put you both in timeout. There you go. If you want to carry on, I'm going to put you both in timeout. Okay, just let's get back to footy. Nice win, absolutely. Great result, says the Crazy Blue. Everton 1 shot and it goes in. Well, they had 2 shots because they had a Calvert-Lewin, which, well, probably wasn't a shot, but which went wide. But that was a very, very good chance. Yeah, Zohaib, I'm on Twitter. Yeah, I'm on Twitter. City Fan TV MCFC. I think that's my Twitter handle. Not got a lot of people. I'll be honest, I don't talk that much football at the moment. There's bigger things going on in the world, and that's taken most of my attention. That's what I talk about. I'll be honest, I'll be open. Talk about Palestine a lot. What's going on there? I'd still talk about football. You know, when United lose or Liverpool lose, I'm there putting the boot in, or Arsenal or Spurs. I'm there sticking that boot in. Don't worry about that. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. I think they thought they could rely on me. Come on, guys, BBC, look what's happened. Yeah. You know, and get ditched anyway. I move on. Is that Alex? Calispira, Alex, how you doing, buddy? Alex is my I'm sure that's Calispira too, Alex. Alex, my good friend, how you doing? I'm going to be. Take Anis, Alex. Take Anis. I've got to practice me Greek, Alex. You're going to have to help me, man, because I'm coming to Athens in April. I'm coming to the Athens Science Festival in April. So I'm going to be performing on the Saturday and the Sunday. I think that's the 20th and 21st of April. Probably come over on the 19th. I might come. I'm going to try and come an extra day early, or maybe even 2 days early, because as far as I'm concerned, if the people who get me over, if they're paying for my ticket and they're paying for everything else, they're paying for my hotel, I don't mind paying for a hotel for an extra couple of nights and get some time in Greece. And I'm hoping, Alex, what's the weather like in April? What's the Athens weather? I'm hoping it's warm. I'm hoping. So in April, it's about 20 degrees. That's lovely. 20 degrees. Oh, I can feel the warmth already. 20 degrees. I'm looking forward to that. But Alex, if you're around, buddy, if it is the right Alex, it's already summer. Oh, April. I'm looking forward to it. 2 days. Well, I'm there. I'm booked for 3 days. I'm going to speak to them and see if I can get, as I said, get an extra day or two. And I'll pay for the hotel extra days myself, and don't mind even doing a bit of free work for them. Hey, Alex. Well, I'm not having enough time. What I'm going to, because I'm working all day long. I've got 3 shows a day, and if I do go a couple of days early, I don't mind having a look around, because one of my good friends, his wife's from Greece, and met a lot of her family when they came over for the wedding. But it's a long time ago, man. They got married 2.5 months before I did. So 17 years. So I hadn't seen them for a long time. And I did learn a bit of Greek to be able to speak to her mum, because she didn't speak English. So I learned a little bit of Greek, but not anymore. Crazy Blue. I had some mates. I had a good friend. What's his name now? This is back when I was working at university. He was a student there doing his master's. Telendonis. I can't remember his first name. I'm going back to about 1996, 97. And he taught me some words. And there's a few of them. They kidded around with me. They set me up. They absolutely set me up. They told me, a word or a phrase, and they said it meant one thing. It actually meant something else. It meant something very, very rude. And I said it to somebody, and I said it to this woman, and she burst out laughing. She knew that these guys had set me up. But anyway, that was back in the day. So I'm very careful about what I say, the Crazy Blue now. But I can still remember Kalispila, Kalimira, and Tikanis. I'll learn a few more phrases. I've got to learn some, because I'm going to do my show in Greek. I'm going to do my show in Greek at the Science Festival. So I'm going to put the effort in to learn. Alex, I'll be in touch, buddy. I hope so. I'll be in touch with you. If you can send me your phone number, I'll put it in there. Man City. I think this is the... I think that's my email address. I hardly ever use it, that one for the Man City chat, because I used to have a channel called Man City Chat, and that's where that name came from. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get ready to round it off, but it was a much needed win. Excuse me, much needed win against a tough Everton side who've been on a very good run. We've had, was it 7 points from 6 games? Still not a great record now, 10 from 7. But Everton were in very, very good form. They'd won 4 of the last 5 games or something. They kept 4 clean sheets in the last 5 games. And they're on a good roll until the last game. They'd had 4 wins on the bounce, I think. So they were, who did lose to now? Spurs. So they're on a very, very good bit of form. And we've beaten them. It's important to win, because I think, honestly, if we'd lost that, and at half time, I thought we were going to do that. If we didn't book our ideas up, we'd have been on 34 points, 8 points behind Liverpool. Still, we've done that before with only a few games to go. Excuse me, but you're making it more and more difficult for yourself. We'd be only 6 points behind Arsenal, but we'd have had to put in a stellar finish to the season. We're still going to have to do that. The back end of the season, it's going to be very, very tough for us because we're going to have the Champions League to contend with. I think we're going to push the FA Cup to one side, but we've got the Champions League to contend with, and it's going to get a lot of games in a very short space of time. So it's going to get very tough very quickly. The one good thing for us, I think, and I think it is a good thing for us, is our opponents in the FA Cup are Huddersfield, and they're not doing too well in the Championship. They play 24 games. They've got 5 wins, 9 losses, and only 24 goals. So they're just outside the relegation zone by 5 points. They're one place outside it. They've just got to hope that there's 3 worse teams than them. And at the moment, there is. But they really have been struggling. It's up to us to pull our finger out. And hopefully that'll be an easy game for us. I really do. Yeah, Sean, champions again. Absolutely, mate. I would love us to be champions. Honestly, if we are champions this season, it blows everybody's arguments out of the water because we've already been the best. That double season where we won, we were Centurions, and the one after we were Formidables. That is the best Premier League team ever. Okay, getting 100 points. I don't want to hear this about Invincibles with 90 points. You could be your Invincibles. We're Centurions, okay? And yes, no one might be Invincibles again, and someone else might get 100 points. But what we did in those 2 seasons was incredible, absolutely incredible. And then last season getting the treble and actually holding 5 trophies at one time. Now, if we can win the league this season, we'd have won it 4 times on the bounce. I was telling Bernard last week, I don't think anybody's going to do that again in my lifetime or his lifetime, because for a start, it's going to take you at least 4 seasons to do that, to get 4 wins on the bounce. And that's without, City probably regaining our title at some point. So someone else might win it this, but if we do win it this season, very, very difficult because there's so much competition. I can't see anybody else doing that in my lifetime. If we can do back-to-back treble is asking for too much, but I just would love to win that league title again. KDB back for the Huddersfield game, Crazy Blue. Yeah, I think he'll get some minutes, I'm hoping. But I thought Haaland would be playing today. I really did think Haaland would be playing today, not even on the bench. And the thing to me is, if he's not available today, what's the chances of him starting on Saturday? What's the chance of him being ready in 3 days' time? I just don't see it myself. I can't see Haaland, Doku, or anybody being ready. I mean, to be honest, I haven't seen Doku I said this earlier in the show. I haven't seen Doku training. I haven't seen him at all in the training. Now, there might have been some shots while they're over inside it, but I haven't seen it. I saw KDB, but he was just moping around, walking around. Haaland was passing the ball, which made me think Haaland would be ready. I saw this a week ago. I thought Haaland would be ready. Now, obviously, he's not. And are we going to be cautious for the weekend? We're lucky in some respects. We are lucky with the teams we've got to face. That they might just be saying, look, we've got through this. We should be able to beat Sheffield United at home. We should be able to beat Huddersfield at home. Okay, now in the FA Cup. Now, if you don't, and I think they could look at this, if we don't need KDB, if you don't need Haaland, you don't need Doku, or it's touch and go, they're not going to risk them, because we should be beating Sheffield United. We should be beating Huddersfield. Our next, with all due respect to those 2 teams, our next big game is on the 13th of January away at Newcastle. Now, that is 17 days 17 days away. So you'd like to think by then Doku will be back, Haaland will be back, KDB will be back, Stones will be back, Diaz will be back. We'll be at full complement because this is when we need to put the hammer down. We've got to beat Sheffield United. We've got to beat Huddersfield. We've got to beat Newcastle. Okay, then we've got a home game against Burnley, which is at the end of the month. So kind of, is that the international? It's not an international break, is it? That's the, what's it called? The winter break. Anyway, a couple of things I'm going to say from Pep, what Pep has said after the game. He said, I reminded them of their abilities every day. I remind them of their abilities every day. We have standards to keep. That makes us have more responsibilities, so the standards cannot go down. I thought the first half was really good. Got away with it, Pep. In the second half, we had to attack quicker with wingers and runners, and we did really well. Why couldn't you do that in the first half, though? That's what bugs me. Do it all game. They showed again how special they are. We know after 6 games with just 1 win, the people were asking, which is normal because it is all about results. But we are close, and so do Arsenal, Tottenham, Liverpool, and Aston Villa. We want to be there. Our away supporters are always very good. They are sometimes more than at the Etihad. I would say it's nice they travel here to be with us, and it's nice to be with them. We said we needed to move to structure, to play more direct to the wingers. We created 5 to 10 minutes of chances. Phil Foden in the end just took the ball and put it in the net. We arrived more often in the final third in the second half. Talking about the penalty decision, I didn't see the images. Sorry, I will let you know. I don't know the rules. It's a penalty here, not a penalty here. If you go to Europe, the rules are completely different. Maybe one day they will clarify it, but I didn't see the pictures. On John Stones' injury, it doesn't look good, but we will see. It's his ankle. That's not good. It could be ligaments. It could be, it sounds more than a sprain to me. Phil Foden, what did he say? He said, Phil said, I thought we played really well in the first half, and it seems to have been the same story as previous games. The manager just said to believe in ourselves at halftime because we're a top team. In the second half, wow, I think we blew them away with the way we played. I want to praise Everton because I think they've been doing really well recently and are a top side. They make it difficult. I'm really happy with the result. It's a difficult place to come. On his goal, back catching out Jordan Pickford, said maybe because I hit it so quick, I might have caught him by surprise. Yeah, I'll have to see it back, but I was delighted to see it hit the back of the net. I think we needed that first goal to give us momentum. After that, we blew them away and played tremendous football. I've had a good run of games. You know how much I like playing in the middle as well. Long may it continue. He played in the middle. He's played in started the last 16 games or whatever. And almost scoring that other goal. That would have been a world of that other goal if he'd scored, because he took it in his own half. He turned, got past his man, ran past a couple of others and leathered it from about 30, 35 yards or whatever. I have to see it again. I haven't seen it again yet. It was. I thought it was going to go over Pickford and into the net and sail into the net, but it didn't go in. Yeah, he said, "Oh my God, yeah, I hit it so well and it was so close. On another day, it might have gone in. The most important thing was we won, so I'm delighted." Bernardo Silva is one of the most tremendous football I've seen. He uses his brain in the game, and he's someone I always try to learn of. We have massive players to come back in with the likes of Erling, Jeremy Doku, and Kevin. So 3 important players. When they come back, hopefully they make the team stronger. I'm looking forward to them coming back. Okay, fantastic. Okay, fantastic from City. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we do in the next couple of games. Obviously, no Johnny Stones by the signs of it. I'm not sure those other players, Haaland, Doku, and KDB, will be featuring against Sheffield United. So we're going to have to go with what we've got. It's going to be another tough game with a team that plays with the backs to the wall. Hey, Sean, take care, buddy, and Happy New Year. Hey, Blackpool Blu-ray, yeah, great win. Well, I hope so, mate. That second half, most of that second half was the kind of way we want to play football. Yes, we created a lot of chances. We scored 3 goals. We created a lot more chances in that second half. I can't reel them all off, but Foden hit the post. He had another shot that in injury time that the goalie saved. Right, maybe we got a bit... No, I don't think we got lucky having those opportunities because Everton were pushing on us. But I think we had 5, probably, I'll have to look back at the highlights, but we probably had 5 or 6 good opportunities in that second half. We scored 3 goals. We could have scored 3 more. It's what you want to do. You need to be creating a lot of chances. The thing is, we passed that ball quicker because we had to. We were slicker, quicker. We still made some errors. We still give them opportunities, but I've said this all the time. By passing it quicker, we create more chances because the other team don't have chances, time to reset themselves. When we're charging forward on the break and then we just turn around and then slow it down, it gives it teams that are playing a low block the time and the opportunity to get everybody back behind the ball, to reset and to get into position. I would much rather us keep moving that ball quickly, and your opposition are going to make mistakes. Okay, and the more you question them, the more you test them, the more mistakes they're going to make. So do it quicker. You'll make more mistakes because when you have to think quickly, you make mistakes. It's normal. It's natural to make mistakes when you have to think quickly all the time and concentrate and focus. It's very, very, very difficult to do that and get it right every time. So second half, we played the way I want us to play in that first half. Why does it take us going behind for us to suddenly pull our finger out and start doing the business? But second half, we were fantastic. First half, we had a couple of chances. I think my gripes have been the same all season. We haven't been taking enough chances. Nunes, I don't think he had a good game tonight. I think he's had some good games recently, but not tonight. He wasn't in the game for me. It wasn't creating anything, and he didn't really get into it. I'll watch it. I'll watch some highlights back. I might see something different, but didn't hear his name being mentioned that much. But the win is what was required. We've got to go and do it again against Sheffield United at the weekend. We've got to beat Huddersfield as well in the FA Cup. And then we get back into the big games away at Newcastle. That's going to be a really tough place to go because until the last game, they've had a tremendous record at home. They won almost every game, apart from, was it Liverpool they lost? And every other game they've won at home in the league. So they'll be raring to get back into it, chomping at the bit. They'll have a lot of their injured players back as well in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So they'll be a much more difficult proposition when that happens. Guys, I'm going to get ready to head off. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Be back on a live stream on Saturday after the Sheffield United game. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do as many live streams as I used to. But it's just the way it is. My live streams are going to be mostly now just post-match live streams. But still, that still gets you best part of 60 live streams in a season. So it's plenty to go on. When I'm not working, there's going to be a lot of work coming up for me. My busy period of work is going to be in February, middle of February. I'm away for best part of 2 weeks to Ireland and Northern Ireland. Then I'm going back over to Ireland for St. Patrick's Day. And that weekend, I've got a few days there. Going back at Easter, I've got almost 3 weeks of solid work. So I'm not going to do a lot of post-match live streams because I've been working in theatres and stuff. So it's going to be tough. But it's always nice to get on with some of the regulars. And for new people, and if you are new, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. Always nice to get them. Guys, as ever, look after yourselves. If you're on holidays now, if you've got a break from work, enjoy your downtime with your family and your friends. And we're back. I've got a new video coming out tomorrow. I've already recorded it. I've got 2 in the bag waiting to come out. So one will come out in January in that winter break. One I'll probably pop out tomorrow. It's a video to talk about turnover. It's about finances. So please keep an eye out for that. Guys, take care. Look after yourselves. And we'll see you around Blues.